Hello viewers and welcome back to another video. This week's video we are going to be participating in 3 races: race A, race B and race C. Race A is this one which is about to start. It's taking place in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Race B is in the Nurburgring and race C is in Dragon Trail. Race B was a very chaotic race, but we'll come later to that. And so as you can see, Sao Paulo Grand Prix, this is probably one of the most known tracks. Yes, it won't be a sport mode video without shenanigans like that happening. Turn 2, the very first lap. But yes, Sao Paulo is a very well-known Grand Prix. I think the most iconic Grand Prix that has taken place here was in 2020, or was it 2021, when Lewis and Max are battling here, and Lewis won the race. I think he was P20 at one point. That was the moment from my perspective, lap 1 incident. But yeah, Lewis went on to win the race and equal the points with Max Verstappen, which they went to fight it out in Abu Dhabi eventually. This week was a little bit better from my end. Of course, consistency is still an issue. Not as big of an issue as it was before. I'm improving obviously, but I'm still in the rating. In fact, actually, at the end of this week, the rating came down. I was making too many mistakes, especially in the Nurburgring, you're going to see. But yeah. So eventually, now I'm dead last. I came back on P9. P9 goes wide, which then helps sets him up for the next corners. As you can see, he then has a terrible exit in that other corner, and by the time we're reaching the breaking point, I'm already ahead. So, but as you can see, I had to look to myself. I ran outside, ran off the track. It goes back on the inside, and yes. So this part here, you're going to see in the next race. This part is very tricky. If you make a mistake and you break while your tires in that green spot of the track, you spin off. But yes, as I was saying, this week our DR went down a lot. We're almost back to E-rated. But the good thing is, I know how to get it back. I know how to improve. I've seen videos and how they get around learning a new track. So it shouldn't be difficult. Going from E all the way to B is very easy. From B to A plus is where there is a little bit of struggling. But yes, so you can see now we're in P7. A lot of people DNF'd. You can see he's squeezing me. And then this is P5 straight into the barrier, and then obviously I'm down the inside of P7. I didn't just jump from P9 or was it P8 to P5. A lot of people DNF'd. So you can see that moment again from my perspective now. You see, tried to close the door, but I was already there. The guy in front is over there in the barriers. There, bam. Is the barriers. I think he DNF'd almost immediately. But yeah, P5. We are going to. I think this is the final lap. Yes, the final lap. So we crossed the line P5. But yes, as I was saying earlier, now I've developed techniques and tactics to learn a new track and be patient and be more consistent. Because we made it to C. We made it to C rated a while back. Maybe the second last video, the 2 weeks before, we made it to P6 to C rated, but then we dropped back again, and now you've dropped back again. But it's very easy to go all the way to B. From B to A, you can see people are just DNFing. I don't know, maybe that will say that guy runs wide, that other guy runs wide. That is just common lap 1 shenanigans again. Now he's cut the corner, he's coming here, he's off the track. But at least in this race I think maybe it's because of the cars, but people were a little bit more disciplined. There was no intentional ramming that I experienced. It was very nice. Racing was very nice. But you can see he cooked his brakes and it just went straight. Even me, I had to make myself. But yes, I actually enjoyed this track. I enjoyed it really. It's really nice. But I think just you can see my tires are a little bit on the green part of the track. So it sends you off, like there's no traction. It's like it's raining there and it's not raining on the track. Obviously it's not raining, but that's the difference of the feel of the grip. But yeah, as I was saying, my current setup, it's very hard to save race for long periods. I'm saving up for a new chair, probably a car seat. I've heard it's cheaper than a regular sim seat, a seat for sim racing, and it does the job. So I might improve that. Not anytime soon though, but yeah. For now I'm averaging about 4 hours a day, as we see that guy go off track. 4 hours a day, which is nowhere near, I mean it's good, but it's nowhere near the levels, the amount of time we need to put in order to go pro, which is obviously our goal. Our goal is to get to Gran Turismo World by 2027. It's not a difficult goal. Actually, it's a very difficult goal. But I mean, you can see that corner. I don't know. A lot of people are just sending it and getting straight into the barrier and just hitting the barriers. But yeah, you can see people are DNFing. Again here we are P5. We didn't do a lot of overtaking. We crossed the line in P5, and then you see everyone behind me DNF'd. Most of them DNF'd because they made mistakes on their own, but still, DNF is not how you want to win. But yes, so you can see something just told me to try the Nurburgring. This is the Nurburgring Endurance 2, which is the Nurburgring in reverse. As you can remember in the last video, which will be somewhere on the screen, you can click on it and you can see it. We did the Nurburgring but the correct orientation. This is the Nurburgring in reverse. You can see the fastest time was a 7:43 if I'm reading that correctly here. So at this point you are looking for, because I want to use my Ferrari, I love the Ferrari car on the Nurburgring, it feels very nice. So we are going to see which one the fastest time set by somebody who used the Ferrari. I think it's down there, you might have seen it, I've missed it, but yeah, we decided we are going to attempt the Nurburgring, and I think this is where the shenanigans start, so enjoy. One more thing is that this track was also used in Gran Turismo World, which happened this weekend, so maybe if you want you can also go and watch that and see how it can be chaotic even for the pros. So eventually I got tired of crashing in Nurburgring. I still have, but that was Nurburgring in reverse. And last video we ended there. We said we won't do Nurburgring in reverse. We'll do it later. But unfortunately for us, that is the one which they brought to daily rest. If it was the normal orientation, maybe we would have been able to achieve many results. As you can see, even more shenanigans going on behind. But yeah, I decided to attempt daily race C. So this is daily race C in what is the name of this Dragon Tail. Excuse me, Dragon Tail. So this race, it's an 11 lap race. The thing is, this is not my first time driving in the Level C. As you can see, we are switchbacking whoever that was in the blue Porsche. But the thing is, with the Level C, there is always a pit stop. But for some reason, I did not pit. The reason why I did not pit is because I looked at the instructions and it said minimum pit stops none. Now my head interpreted that as minimum pit stops you can do is 0, which means it's not a must you pit. But obviously I was wrong, and thus I got a penalty. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, and I will see you guys next week.